Welcome to GCSE Maths Help. Today we're going to be looking at area and volume exam paper questions. This video is a follow-on from my area and volume key points video, which I will link in the bio below. If you haven't watched that video, you might find it useful before looking at exam questions. For everyone else, let's get started. So our first question says, here is a circle touching a square. The area of the square is 64 centimetres squared. Work out the area of the circle. Give your answer in terms of pi. So because the area of the square is 64 centimetres squared, we know that each side of the square must be 8 centimetres long, because 8 times 8 is 64. So that tells us that if the circle is touching the square, the diameter of the circle must be 8 centimetres as well. So the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. So our area is going to equal pi times then half of the diameter. So half of 8 centimetres is 4 centimetres, so it's 4 squared. So our area is going to be equal to 16 times pi. So our next question says, a pattern is made from two similar trapeziums. Show that the shaded area is 294 centimetres squared. So we're going to find the area of the big trapezium first, and then find the area of the little one and take it away. So the formula for the area of a trapezium is a half times a plus b times h. So for the big trapezium, we've got a half times 18 plus 10 times 25, which gives us an area of 350 centimetres squared. So now we need to find the area of the smaller trapezium, but we don't have enough information about it yet. But the question told us that these two trapeziums are similar, so that means that the proportions are the same. So on the big trapezium, the side that's 10 centimetres, the corresponding side on the small trapezium is 4 centimetres. To get from 10 to 4, we divide by 2.5, so we're going to do that to the other sides. So 18 centimetres divided by 2.5 is 7.2 centimetres, and 25 centimetres divided by 2.5 is 10 centimetres. So now we've got all the information that we need about the small trapezium. So for the small one, we can do a half times 4 plus 7.2 centimetres times 10, which gives us an area of 56 centimetres squared. So to work out the area of the shaded bit, we need to do the big trapezium area minus the small trapezium area. So that's 350 centimetres squared minus 56 centimetres squared, which gives us the 294 centimetres squared that we were looking for from the question. Our next question says, in this question all dimensions are in centimetres. A solid has uniform cross-section. The cross-section is a rectangle and a semicircle joined together. Work out an expression in centimetres cubed for the total volume of the solid. Write your expression in the form ax cubed plus 1 divided by b times pi x cubed, where a and b are integers. And this question was on a paper 1, so there's no calculators involved here. So we know from the key points video that the volume of a prism is equal to the cross-section area times the length. So we're going to work out the area of the rectangle and the semicircle, add them together and then times it by the length. So the area of the rectangle is equal to x times 2x. So that's going to be 2x squared. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So the area of a semicircle is going to be half of that times pi r squared. So the radius is a half x because it's halfway along the length that's labelled x here. So that gives us a half times pi times a half x all squared. So a half x squared is a quarter x squared times another half is 1/8 x squared times pi is going to give us an eighth times pi times x squared, which is the area of the semicircle. So the area of the whole cross section is 2x squared plus an eighth times pi times x squared. So to find the volume of the shape, we need to times the cross-section area by the length of the shape, which is equal to x. So we need to times all of this by x. So we get 2x cubed plus an eighth times pi times x cubed, which fits with the form that the question wanted us to write the answer in. So a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 8. So our last question says VABCD is a square base pyramid. The horizontal base ABCD has a side length of 10 centimetres and a centre M. The angle VMA is equal to 90 degrees. The angle VAM is equal to 68 degrees. Work out the volume of the pyramid. So we've been given the formula of the volume of the pyramid here, so we can fill in some bits already. So we've got the volume is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base, so that's 10 centimetres times 10 centimetres, which is 100 centimetres squared, times the perpendicular height of the pyramid. So if we have a look at the perpendicular height here, we can see that it meets the base of the pyramid at point M, which they've told us specifically is at a right angle, so that's your clue that we need to use trigonometry ratios or Pythagoras to help us find the answer. So looking at our angle of 68 degrees, we want to find the line that's opposite it, and we're going to have to try and find the length that's adjacent to it so that we're able to use a ratio to help us. So we need to find a new triangle so that we can find the length of the line AM. So if I draw out a new triangle here, we're going to look at the triangle ABC, because we've got 10 centimetres on this side, and we know that we've got 10 centimetres on this side, and AM is going to be half of this length here. So we need to use some Pythagoras. So we've got a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. So our AC line is squared on this side, and then we've got 10 squared plus 10 squared as our other numbers. So AC squared is going to be equal to 200. So AC is going to be equal to the square root of 200, which if we do that on our calculator gives us 14.14 centimetres. So AM is only half of that line, so we can say that AM is equal to 7.1 centimetres. So we can write that on the diagram. So looking at our angle, we know the angle size and we're looking for the line that's opposite it, and we know the line that's adjacent to it. So that's a clue that we need to use the tan ratio. So we can do the tan of 68 degrees is equal to the height of the pyramid divided by the adjacent side, which is 7.1 centimetres. So on our calculator, the tan of 68 degrees is 2.475 is equal to the height divided by 7.1. So if we times both sides by 7.1, that gives us h is equal to 17.6 centimetres. So going back to the formula for the volume of the pyramid, we can add in the perpendicular height now. We've got 17.6 centimetres. So the volume is going to be equal to 1/3 times 100 centimetres times 17.6 centimetres, which gives us 586.666 recurring, which I'm going to round up to 587 centimetres cubed. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you would like to have a little recap on the key points on this topic, click the link in the bio below. Don't forget to subscribe to GCSE Maths Help with the subscribe button below, or you can check out my Instagram page at GCSE Maths Help for more videos and tips. Thanks for watching.